Alright, who's ready? Who's ready? We're gonna figure out this Mion Shion shit. Let's get in here. Let's get this figured out. We gotta get this girl figured out. We gotta get her head on straight. She just needs to open up and express her true feelings. It's fine. Here we go. And off to the races we go. I might have explained this before, but phys ed at our school is really just an exercise in disorder. After some random warm-ups, the rest of the time is spent doing whatever. You're free to cause a ruckus or just fall asleep. Don't forget to turn off the meme image. You are right. I should probably turn that meme image off, shouldn't I? There we go. We got it. Don't worry. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I should have figured I would fucking forget to do that. Alright. Look who it is. I load up the stream, I get started, and the first sight I am greeted with is Garbage Child. Fantastic.
先生の授業の進め方のルールみたいなものなの。はっはっはっは。都会の軟弱な連中にはそういうのは必要だろうけどさ。田舎育ちのうちらが身体能力で劣ると思う？僕たちは圭一が思ってるよりも運動神経はいいのです。
Come to think of it, they might be right. If we all lined up in a race, there's a good chance I'd finish dead last if I didn't start off well. Let's just pray that when a brutal penalty game is at stake, the 100-meter dash isn't a club activity. I can big relate to that. He's totally popping a boner now, but probably. As I began to sprawl out on top of a pipe, Mion grabbed me by the collar. Damn, girl. No sleep. No sleep till Shion. Good grief. Which means... Is it going to start again?
このまま井戸端会議でチャイムを待つなんて熱き血潮のたぎった私たちには無理だよね。部活タイム行ってみよっか。
We're going in! We're going in! Club activity!
案の定来やがったな。
Yo, Iffy, welcome! Welcome. How goes it? Hope your evening is going well. We just got started here. Looks like we are about to engage in club activities. Now that this is happening, taking a nap is impossible. Not just that, with this sleep-deprived head of mine, I'm as good as mincemeat. I have to get my brain into gear. Can Rena murder your sinuses? She doesn't have her cleaver with her at the moment. She began to announce the cruel penalty game with a grand spinning flourish, but before she could do that... Oh dang. Of all people, it was Rika-chan announcing her non-participation. Even rare events do eventually occur. Losing her timing, Mion spun like a top as she tumbled to the ground. Oh my god, that sound! That sound! Hold on, I can replay that. I know I can. Okay. I have to hear that again. She's a helicopter!
何どうしたの今日はちょっと みーちゃん綿流しの練習だよ
It sounds like a subscriber sound. Yeah, I might have to work with that. Mion makes that sound when you're done with her. Boom. When you are finished installing the helicopter gyro on the top of her head.
そうですわよ今度の日曜日ですものリカは猛特訓中なのですわよ最近は頑張りすぎてお腕が痛いのです
Aww. Arms
そっ
hurt.
か
That sucks.
じゃあ仕方ないな全員揃わないなら仕方ない今日は各人のんびりしようかねごめんなさいなのです
Installing is the new word for it.
でも頑張りますですよ頑張ってねレナたちも応援してるからね
When Mion announced that today's club activity was canceled, Rika-chan and Satoko headed off behind the school building. Only I was left alone, completely clueless as to what everybody was talking
一
about.
体何なんだリカちゃんは何か大会前とかで特訓をしてるのか
Nice clip. Fantastic.
の巫女さんだから奉納の演舞をすることになっててねその練習なの
Why don't you explain things in order? First of all, what is this Watanagashi? Next, what do you mean by shrine maiden? Last, what do you mean by ritual dance?
あれケイちゃん家には回覧板とか言ってない書いてなかった今度の日曜に綿流しのお祭りがあるって
Huh? Come to think of it, I have a feeling Mion did say something about it during dinner the other day. The Watanagashi is a festival that happens at the shrine on a Sunday every June. Not everything gets voice acted because some things were excised, and this is a mod, so, you know, you kind of got to work with what you got. It's very lively. I see, but Watanagashi sounds like a pretty strange name for it. Is it something like the Lantern Festival, where they have a memorial for the dead by floating things down the river?
お、さすがはケイちゃん察しがいいね綿流しはね名前の通り綿を流すんだよ
The cotton you see is from futons or jackets, so it'd be something like a futon memorial.
階段にもお布団を積み上げているし
I've heard of people leaving offerings of things like needles and kitchen knives to their ancestors or casualties of war, but an offering of futons is a first to me. What's the history behind that? Mion tilted her head pensively.
言われなんてほど難しいのはないと思うな
Needles, huh? Thinky dinky.
この辺って冬の寒さはかなり厳しいからね布団とか斑点とかの防寒具を特に大切にしたからじゃないかな
ああ、なるほどな。つまり冬の間お世話になった布団に感謝しようってわけだ。で、巫女さんが供養をして最後に川に流すわけか。それが綿流しってわけだろ。
Mion and Rana indicated that I had the correct answers with a round of
ねね
applause.
ねその供養をする巫女さんの役がリカちゃんなの
へえ、リカちゃんが巫女なんだ。言われてみればリカちゃんってどことなく神秘的な雰囲気あるよな。
だよねだよねリカちゃんの巫女さん姿ってねは
Oh no, here we go.
可愛いんだよ
Oh no, it's happening! It certainly does seem like it would suit her. Yeah, it might be cute.
ようやく話が見えてきたぞ。リカちゃんの言う特訓ってのはこの巫女さん役の練習なわけだな。
そういうこと巫女さんが布団をお祓いする一連のセレモニーを奉納演舞って呼ぶんだけどねそれの練習なんだよ結構大変なんだなこれが巫女さんはね祭事用の大きな桑を持って演舞をするんだけどそれがねリカちゃんにはすっごく重いらしいの
Too many hoes in Rika-chan's meal. Too many hoes in Rika-chan's meal. Asking if she know what a motherfucker feel.
リカちゃんってちっちゃいもんな。 その重いクワってどのくらい重いんだ？
かなり重いらしいよ。リカちゃんは餅つき用のキネで練習してるくらいだから。
Wait a minute. That's way too heavy. Forget about Rika-chan. That'd be rough for
催事
me.
用の神聖なクワだからね。
Yo, who in chat is the sacred ceremonial hoe? Alright, Taylor is officially our sacred ceremonial hoe. Taylor was the first to answer, so after the stream I will give Taylor VIP status forever. Because you are now the sacred ceremonial hoe. Oh, I cannot make you a VIP actually, because you can't be a mod in a VIP. Rip. You wouldn't dare take that sacred role. Well, despite that, Taylor will still be our sacred ceremonial hoe. From this moment forward.
間違って落としちゃったら大変らしいし。
まあ年に一度のお務めだからね。
Right.
私たちは陰ながら応援するしかないね。大丈夫。去年もちゃんとやり遂げたんだから。
そっか。じゃあさ、せめて応援してやろうぜ。それくらいならいいだろう。
I was rather curious about how exactly she practiced. Mion laughed as she shook her head.
ほっといてあげなよ。ケイちゃんが来たらリカちゃんは可愛くなっちゃうから特訓ができなくなるよ。
Huh? I didn't quite understand what Mion was
リ
saying.
カちゃんはね、努力とかそういうのを人に見せるのが好きじゃないのね。そっとしておいてあげて。
Aww. Even the always cool and aloof Rika-chan has times when she sweats while giving it her all. Because she was always so well put together, she didn't want people to see an ungainly side of her. It's not like I couldn't understand that
俺に
feeling.
できるのは成功を祈ることだけってことか。頑張れフルでリカ応援してるから。
Well then, I climbed up onto the pipe and plopped down on my side. Yo, we taking a nap.
フレーリカちゃん、さらに応援の電波を高めるためこれより瞑想状態に入る。
Yes, a meditative state.
結局寝るわけか。
The lackadaisical noontime ended up giving way to a mind-numbing afternoon classes. Rebounding from yesterday's hunger, I ate too much for lunch today, leaving me in a horrible condition.
さすがに食いすぎた。午後の授業は答える。
ケイチくん、今日はなんだかすごい食欲だったもんね。
基本的にいつも大食いだけどさ。今日はなんか格別だったね。
昨日は俺昼飯抜きだったろ。そのひもじさが染みついちゃってさ、今度は逆にいくら食っても食欲が底なしっていうか。
わかるよわかるよ。しかしケイちゃんってさ、いつもお弁当きれいに食べるよね。ご飯一粒も残さないっていうか。
食べ物ってのは作ってくれた人に感謝して食べるもんだぜ。残したら苦労して作ってくれた人に失礼だろ。
Hearing that, Mion's eyes momentarily widened in surprise, followed by a cool laugh.
ケイちゃんってさ、
Mm-hmm.
ぱっと見ワイルドでいい加減そうなんだけど、結構律儀だよね。
Laying it on.
しつけがいいというか。
あ、うん、それはレナも思うな。ケイチくんって見かけよりずっと優しい人だよ。
Both of them were probably trying to compliment me, but I had a strange feeling I wasn't being complimented at all.
そんなことないって。見かけと中身は大違いってそう言いたいんだよ。
それが褒めてねって言ってんだよ。
こら、
園崎さん、前原くん、授業中ですよ。
Stop your goddamn yelling!
園崎さんはどこまで進みましたか？ノートを持ってきてください。
Startled, Mion vocalized a rather easy to understand utterance. She was so enthralled in the conversation she had stopped working completely.
まあそこそこに。
You even put the star there, so that means you know it's absolutely true.
さっきから全然進んでないじゃないですか。最上級生なんだからもっとしっかりしないといけませんよ。
That Mion, it looks like she's getting lectured. Poor bastard. You poor bastard! God.
人は見かけによらないっていうことだね。むしろ見かけとは逆が誠かもしれないよ。
Rena, are you telling me something important right now? Under the very cute disguise of a very cute smile. Are you trying to be important?
面白いこと言うじゃねえか。
Responding to Rena's seemingly profound statement, I turned my gaze to where Satoko had happily studying together with
あの
Rika-chan.
生意気盛りのサトコも実は見かけとは逆にすげえ塩らしいってのかよ。
If I went by what Rena literally said, then that would be the case. I could hardly imagine Satoko being meek and gentle like a girl in some fairy tale.
最近はあんな感じだけど、ちょっと前までは違ったんだよ。すごい甘えん坊で、いつもさとこちゃんには内緒ね。
She said it with the star. I have to go along with it. You say something with a star like that, kind of have to go along with it.
甘えん坊
Oh no. For Satoko to play coy, I think that would have been some sort of calculated plot. Even if she was to hide behind someone, I wouldn't think it was because she was attached to them. But since it came up, I tried to imagine a gentle and coquettish Satoko. Oh. Are we warping?
おい、サトコ。
Oh no. Oh no!
なんですの、お兄様。
Kill me now. Just somebody come into this room. Put a gun to the base of my neck and just shoot. Get in your can. Oh my god. I was not ready for that. By the way, for every 3 steps forward Satoko took, for some reason, I took 3 steps away.
お兄様、なんで逃げますの？
すまん、サトコ。お前が愛想笑いして近づいてくると何かの罠のような気がするんだよ。
ひどいですわ。お兄様の意地悪。
I hate this! I hate this! Oh my god. I'm putting you here. This is where you belong. You're right there. That is your home.
ごめん。別に悪気があったわけじゃないんだ。
The weeping Satoko came closer to me. I'm a sucker for tears. Click. Clank. Huh? A bear trap! My leg was being clamped down by a jagged metal teeth. Hey, you're playing Poly Dungeon now.
かかりましたわね。
See? I put that picture back up for a reason.
続けていきますわよ。
Satoko raised her right arm triumphantly, and traps began to trigger one after another. Suddenly, the well sprang forward, throwing me 3 blocks. The well sprang forward, throwing me 3 blocks away. And there I saw a giant metal ball covered in spikes hurtling towards me. On top of that, in the direction the ball would knock me, was a giant guillotine.
よくわかんないけど、ケイチくん、今すっごく突拍子もない想像してなかった？
I'm not really sure, but Cage-kun, you're nothing completely ludicrous now, right? No! We were thinking nothing ludicrous whatsoever.
いや、別に全然してないぞ。
嘘だ。
Oh, damn, we got the cute Yusoda.
トゲ付き鉄球に潰されるって顔してたよ。
That is an oddly specific look for one to have on their face? How could my expression convey what I was thinking like
す
that?
まん。塩らしい聡子の想像ってのはかなり無理がある。今度体調がいい時に再トライしてみるよ。
Next, I looked over at Rika-chan, who was working diligently on some kanji drills. In contrast to Satoko, her default state was meek and gentle. If Rika-chan came to me saying, Oni-sama, I'd hug her. Tightly. I could get used to that. I'm a
ケイチくん
weirdo.
よだれ
Yep, Keiichi-kun, you're a weirdo.
あ、ごめん。じゃあリカちゃんはどうだよ。あれも見かけによらないってのかよ。
Saying that out loud, I felt a tinge of doubt. Was Rika-chan really all sweet? Despite her appearance, she really was quite sly. Sweetly. How do you put it? Evading things
確かに
deftly.
リカちゃんはただ可愛いだけじゃない気がするな。確かに見かけによらないぞ。
I couldn't put exactly what I was imagining into words, but Rena managed to say what I wanted to. She turned to me with an impish look in her eyes, like she was saying, you shouldn't say something like that.
リカちゃんはきっと大きくなったらね、すっごい美人になって男の人を振り回す小悪魔のような女性になるんじゃないかなって思うんだ。そういうのかっこよくない？
Oh no, your internet is not cooperating today. That's a bummer. And that, I guess I probably don't have quality options again today for some dumb reason, I'm imagining. Because Twitch has been real weird lately. No, it appears that I do have them. So you might want to try changing the quality options, so... 480p seems more stable? Fine. I mean, that's fine for a visual novel, too. Rena said that lightheartedly, but I, as a man, couldn't laugh at that. The scary part about that was that it felt like it could be true. Noticing my gaze, Rika-chan turned towards me and let loose with an angelic smile. Both Rena and I, feeling as if it was directed towards us personally, had our hearts skip a beat.
レナ、鼻血。
Appearances can be deceiving, huh? Well then, what about our dear leader Mion? I stared at her as she tried to weasel her way out of her scolding by the teacher. By Rena's theory, that unrefined, calculating, conniving Mion also had a side to her that belied her appearance.
じゃあなんだよ。
Oh no, now Rena has a
見かけ
boner!
によらず実はいいやつだって言いたいのかよ。
Wow, that is a harsh way of saying
みー
it.
ちゃんはいい人だよ。
あ、まあそりゃそうだけどさ。そういう意味じゃなくて、その。
ケイチくんの言いたい意味、わかるよ。
Catching on where I was struggling to express my feelings as words, Rena smiled even more
わかるっ
brightly.
て何がだよ。
みーちゃんって不思議でしょ？女の子なんだけど男の子みたいっていうか。
That's right. Mion was more aware that she was a girl, but it was exactly as Rena said. When Mion livened up the mood, it wasn't as though she felt like a guy or a girl specifically, but a friend of the same
あい
gender.
つが男だったらきっと意気投合するだろうな。ってそりゃ今と同じか。ははは。
でもね、そんなみーちゃんも本当はすっごく女の子らしいんだよ。
Oh, I get a feeling we're being lectured right now in the nicest way possible.
レナ、お前ミオンにいくらもらったんだよ。
Wow, dude! Keiichi, you're a dick!
違うの。もうちゃんとした話をしてるんだよ。
Rena began to pout. Now probably wasn't the right time to joke
みー
around.
ちゃんは部活の部長さんだからみんなのリーダーとして頑張ってるけど、本当はとっても可愛い女の子なんだよ。それ特にケイチくんには忘れてほしくないな。
Rena's gaze focused off into the distance beyond where Mion was. The Mion that I met at Angel Mort was unimaginably different compared to the Mion that I normally knew. Flustered and hesitant from the unfamiliar job, it was a far cry from the brash and confident Mion. Even though she had to hurry to work, she went through all the trouble to bring me food when I was on the brink of starvation, and she did so not as Mion, but as Shion. What exactly was Shion to Mion? What kind of person was Mion exactly?
多分ケイチ君には想像つかないと思うな。
As if to say it was our little secret, Rena held a finger up to her lips as she giggled. Mion, finally free from the teacher's preaching, returned to her seat, cradling her head to hide her embarrassment.
おじさんはね、人生に必要な勉強は小学校までで十分だと思ってんだよ。
There you go. We don't need any of that damn complicated math malarkey. Get it out of here. You're never going to use algebra in your real life anyway. Nobody has ever used algebra for anything. Saying that, she plopped down on her seat violently. Mion was actually really feminine. Right. I wonder if I can meet Shion again. I wanted to talk to her again. Keiichi, you're kind of a dick. The principal waved around a bell that served as a school chime. The teacher rushed back to the blackboard and began to list everybody's homework assignments.
今日は宿題が結構出そうだね。頑張らないと。
じゃあさ、レナもってことか？
何がかな？
人は見かけによらないって話。
Oh, are we continuing this line of thought?
レナもってことになるのか？
ケイチ君にはレナのことどう見えるかな？
The Ren-ryugu that I knew sometimes took things too far, but was generally a kind and gentle, ideal girl.
本当にだったら嬉しいかな。
I think she's gonna have a meltdown. If she was the opposite of what she seemed, that would make her...
逆なのだとしたら？
Just try saying it, I won't be mad. That's what I felt she meant.
レナは？
レナは？
逆になってもレナだよ。
There you go.
だろ？
There you go. This question shouldn't have been so nerve-wracking to answer. Maybe it was because the person in question was staring at me, but even saying that took a strange amount of effort.
ずるいな、ケイチ君。そんな言い方されちゃったら気になっちゃうよ。
Perhaps unable to endure my silence, Rena's face began to turn red with embarrassment.
レナ、ケイちゃん、帰ろ帰ろ。
Mion walked over and started getting ready to go home. Whenever school is over, she really does get noticeably more energetic. Who doesn't? Who doesn't? It was the same relaxing walk home as always. Digging around my pockets on a whim, I noticed something that should have been there was missing.
どうしたの、ケイちゃん？
いつも持ってるはずのうちの鍵がないんだよ。
Oh, geez, that's kind of a bad thing.
参ったな。どこにやっちゃったかな。親はいるから今日はいいけど、まずいよな。
それは困るね。忘れてきたの？それとも落としちゃったのかな？
Which one was it? Did I take it with me this morning in the first place? Huh?
ケイちゃん、その鍵の特徴は？
キーホルダーがついてる。
It's old fuzzy keychain.
昔夏休みの宿題で
Got
作
my
らされたやつ
blue
で、
fur
青いオットセイ
seal.
なんだよ。
あれ？目をつぶった感じでお昼寝してるみたいなやつ？
なんで知ってるんだよ。そうそう、それだよ。
Mion looked away and began to whistle.
さ、おとといケイちゃん、エンジェルモートに食事に行ったでしょ。
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
その晩さ、お店で鍵の落とし物があったんだよ。
Yeah, weird, huh?
それにオットセイのキーホルダーがついてた。
As she said that, she suddenly grew flustered and added that Shion had told her about it.
あの時に落としちゃったのか。
でも見つかってよかった
He
ね。
dropped it in the middle of having a boner for Shion.
お店がきっと預かってくれてるよ。
This girl is real bad at this scheming thing.
そうだね。言ってみなよ。シオンの顔、私と同じだからわかるでしょ。
Yeah, Shion looks just the same as you. I'll probably notice her by sight. It was a rather unexpected development. Once again, I had no choice but to go and meet with Shion, but I also had to thank her for the bento from yesterday. Besides, taking some time and chatting with the other side of Mion might be interesting. Half jokingly, I began to think about things like
そう
this.
だな。エンジェルモートだっけ？シオンの店に行って鍵を返してもらって、ついでにお茶でも飲んで優雅に過ごすってのも悪くないな。
なんだか英国紳士みたいだね。ケイちゃんには似合わないかも。
ひょっとしてそのお店かな。みーちゃんの妹の働いてるお店は。
ああ、なんならレナも一緒に行くか。
I don't know that that's the kind of restaurant you take a girl to for a date, Keiichi. Don't know. Maybe? Maybe she's into it, though. Like, I think Rena would probably be okay with this restaurant.
ちょっと残念だけど、今日はお父さんと約束があるから、またの機会にするね。
She would absolutely love those outfits, yeah. Rena seems pretty disappointed about having to miss such a great opportunity.
双子だそうだけど、そんなにそっくりなのかな。間違えるくらい？
ああ、そっくりだ。外見だけはそっくりだ。中身はミオンと違っておしとやかで実
Oh,
に可愛らしい
Keiichi,
の
we've
に
been
な。
through this! My child, my sweet, sweet summer child, why did you do that again? In response to my teasing, Mion pounded and began to argue with me. I couldn't help but burst out laughing at Mion's little farce. After all, they weren't just identical, they were the same person. After going home, I changed my clothes and dug my bike out of the garage. Just thinking that I would be able to meet Shion again gave me a mysterious feeling. In my pants. Shion, a name for a different kind of Mion. That's how they listed at Kroger's. It was Shion, that's the alias for Mion. She was a mysterious and ridiculous person, believing she had fooled everyone like that. I noticed that I was pedaling along quite happily. This boy's got it bad. Could it be that I was looking forward to meeting Shion? I don't know, Keiichi. You tell me, my boy. I felt a sense of giddy anticipation, like I was headed towards a new friend's house for the first time. What Rena said about Mion actually being really feminine sprang to mind once again. The guilt from spying on another side of Mion, the self-consciousness from being the only one that knew about that side, these feelings mixed together. That was Shion for you. Mion's little twin. That was Shion for you, Mion's twin sister. Until she felt like coming out and admitting she was Mion, it was fine to just call her Shion, right? Mion might be trying to have some fun by acting out a different persona. As I reached the top of the steep hill, the horizon expanded before me. I was almost at the station. The last time I wasn't embarrassed since I was here with my dad, but this time I was alone. I was strangely self-conscious about it. It's like a friend told me, like the time he went to buy a fleshlight. He said that he went to check out and he closed the tab 20 times before he actually went through and ordered it. I had to give him a pat on the back. I was like, good for you. You had that courage. Oh, we got a good scene coming? Fantastic. Meet Shion, get my key back. That was all this task was supposed to be. If I dawdled around like this, maybe Shion would find me before she headed to work. Hey, what are you doing, Keiichi Maibara? You're just here to get your key back, you know? Nothing weird. You're not attracted to this other Mion at all. It's fine. It's not like you're some love-struck schoolboy here to hand over a love letter. Ah, I forgot to write my love letter! The thoughts inside my head were slowly turning into a jumbled mess. I came to the realization that I was downright giddy. Oh my god. That's why, just for a tiny little bit, I got a little carried away and did something really stupid. Oh no. I kicked over a parked motorcycle that was blocking the sidewalk. That's what I do when I'm horny. Okay. That's what I do. It was in the way, sure, but there was absolutely no need for me to kick it. Can I kick it? I definitely think I got too carried away. Oh, like Iffy's here, and she's going to be the one that murders Keiichi now. As the 3 bikes toppled over, one after another like dominoes, the loud noise they caused snapped me back to my senses. Oh, we're dead. We're dead. The owners of those 3 bikes were right there. They looked exactly like what you'd call thugs up to no good. They lifted their heads up in an imposing manner and yelled angrily in a way I had never heard before. The 3 of them beelined towards me, the worn-down heels of their thin-soled shoes slapping noisily against the pavement. I could only stare listlessly as if I were watching some far-off event that didn't concern me at all. By the time I realized that I had been grabbed by the collar and lifted onto my tiptoes. The 3 thugs were completely ignoring the rules of grammar, but the way they spoke was enough to make me tremble. Just like that, my composure drained away, my legs buckled, my boner completely disappeared, and my throat grew dry enough to crack. I was completely at fault, so there was nothing I could say in my defense. As a result, I was pulled even higher. Yeah, it's a Roppongi. Yeah, this is pretty good. The 3 of them continued to yell at me. I had no idea what each of them were saying. Getting further enraged that I was only listening while dumbstruck, they grabbed an empty plastic crate from the nearby store and began to smash it repeatedly against the telephone pole. Yeah, they're good. Hey, Duck, welcome. Welcome. Welcome back to Higurashi time. We were happy-go-lucky. We had a boner. We were going to go to the restaurant to meet the pretty girl. Our boner knocked over a motorcycle. That's basically what happened. Cracks formed from the crate, plastic shards flying everywhere. Then they slammed full force into the shattered storefront. The shutter let out a frighteningly loud noise. Still not satisfied, they flipped over a case of empty cans, scattering its contents all over the place. This was not normal. This was something you saw often on television or in manga, but I never thought seeing it in person would be this terrifying. You've been kind of lurking since Rika started... Oh, okay. I got you. I became painfully aware that the safety of civilized society was only held up by such a frail concept as morals. My knees clattered together noisily. Static began to pepper my vision. This is what you would call absolute terror. There was nothing I could do to stop this frightening spectacle of violence. I could only pray for help. The fear I felt was just too much. Would somebody help me? My gaze floundered about the surrounding area. I was surrounded by these 3 hoodlums. No way would there be a passerby brave enough to intervene. And then Keiichi Maebara died. Maybe this is what you call reaping what you sow. If I were a passerby, there would be no doubt that I'd ignore what was going on. So this was somewhat of a cosmic retribution. Fucking say something! Fucking say something! I'll fucking stab you! Let's get some Nia in there. I imagine that's how Nia would sound, trying to threaten someone. Angry yelling loud enough to rattle my eardrums spewed forth right in front of my face. My waning consciousness was forcefully dragged back to the forefront. The thug had cocked back his free hand and twisted his body when suddenly a metallic taste fluttered through the back of my throat. A chill ran down my spine as a jolt of electricity. Seeing what was going to happen next, I squeezed my eyes as tightly as possible and grit my teeth. Oh shit! I think things are about to get real. The voice was a short distance away. Still holding me by the collar, these three thugs spun around to look behind them. Oh shit! The fuck you say? Check out this! Look at this girl! She gives no fucks! And we got a picture of Keiichi finally. Keiichi finally appears in the visual novel. Everybody say hi to Keiichi. Everybody wave. Standing there was Mion. She stood there displaying an imposing stature that I'd never seen before. She didn't have the same look on her face as she did when she was playing around during club. Those were the eyes that would instill fear in anyone who looked upon them. The eyes of a raptor. They were the epitome of terror. At the same time, they were the most reassuring things in the world. Mion, without an ounce of fear, laid down her ultimatum. Of course, there was no way these three wouldn't go absolutely berserk. The situation instantly turned explosively dangerous. You fucking bitch! I'll fucking bash your head in! It's that John face. Keiichi, however, does not have the look of a man that fucked to death recently. Stop it, Mion. These guys are like rabid dogs. No amount of bluffing will work.
Mion, 危ないから早く。
I knew what I was saying was pathetic, but I couldn't let Mion get involved in this. No matter how you looked at it, Mion was only bluffing. But did Mion even know the meaning of the word bluff? However, the reason behind everything soon became apparent. They were slowly increasing in number, little by little. At first, it was only a businessman on their way home from stopping to take a look. Then it was the housewives in the middle of the shopping taking a gander. Next, it seemed like the owner of the same store showed up, and it was pretty clear he wasn't just looking. Around Mion, there were already 7 people gathered. It felt different than people coming out to support a friend. If I had to say why, it was because the group that gathered was diverse in age and gender. The 3 thugs seemed to slowly realize that there was something strange about the situation. Yeah, Keiichi is like trashy in a way that doesn't really offend me. I feel that like his perviness and weirdness comes from like an honest place of trying to write a weird teenage boy just trying to figure shit out, and also kind of just like being stuck with a group of only girls. So I feel that the way that Keiichi is largely portrayed is it's totally fine when he's kind of a little shitty. But School Days is just misery and awful and totally just garbage. Behind them at some point, 4 more people of differing clothes and ages had gathered. A girl who looked to be in middle school, a man wearing a bakery apron, an old lady, a house-cleaning smock, more and more people of various ages. Their gazes, comparable to Mion's, were of hostility, of intimidation. Before I realized it, over 10 people had formed a ring around us. At that moment, 5 elementary schoolers ran in and joined the circle. There were some familiar faces, some of our classmates. These people were residents of Hinamizawa. More and more people from Hinamizawa gathered around, in obvious contrast to the residents of Okinomiya passing by as quickly as possible. The group surrounding us had suddenly swelled around to 20 people. Completely encircled, the faces of the thugs began to show the first signs of panic. Nobody spoke a word, Mion included. That made everything completely unnatural, and depending on which side you were on, completely terrifying. Yeah, palatable dirtbag energy. Only the thugs' voices echoed out like they were screaming. Somebody took a step forward, closing the gap between them. As they did, somebody else took a step forward, shrinking the circle. The hoodlums went pale as they were pushed together back to back while still yelling angrily. They were trying to string together vulgarities, but for some reason it sounded like they were crying out for help. Cheese it, it's the fuzz! It was sudden. A solidly built officer cut his way through the crowd. At some point, 2 police cars had arrived. Some passerby had undoubtedly called for them. Several burly officers appeared inside the second vehicle. Never trust the cops, Shion. They'll never do anything good for
恐
you.
喝の現行犯です。捕まえてください。
Punch the cop! Mion, returning to her usual self, was nonchalantly pointing out the hoodlums to the police. Of course, the thugs were furious, but now that it had come to this, there was nothing they could do. It was their loss.
分かったからちょっとおいで。
いいから。
The officers handcuffed the thugs and dragged them towards the patrol cars.
話せよ。
Yeah, kick their motorcycles! And then steal their motorcycles! No matter how much of a ruckus they caused, the officers paid no heed. In the blink of an eye, they were crammed inside the two vehicles. They could still be heard yelling while inside the police cars, but what they were saying was no longer intelligible. Oh no! Oh no! Look who's here! Look who decided to show up! Domo!
お怪我ありませんか。
He was probably a detective. The man leading the police peered at my face.
別に。
それは不幸中の幸いでした。では、良いお年を。
This guy, his voice actor, has such a way of just laying on dirtbag cop that, like, the more we get to interact with him at later points, he's so good. He's so effective. The portly man, after taking a quick look around, addressed the
市
crowd.
民の皆さんの迅速な通報に感謝します。住民の皆さんの連帯のおかげで、今日も町の平穏が保たれています。素晴らしいことです。
Subarashi! That's for Revan, who isn't watching.
お仕事ご苦労様です。大石刑事殿。住民を代表して日頃の公務に感謝いたします。一家の刑事がわざわざこんなところまでおいでくださるとは光栄の極みです。
The way Shion talked didn't have a very pleasant tone.
偶然ですよ。県警の帰り道に無線連絡が入りましてね。寄り道したわけです。
お仕事頑張ってください。今後のご活躍を切に祈っております。
いえいえ。でも怪我人が出なくて本当に良かったです。
おいさん。
What are you linking in my chat, Sarah? What are you doing? What are you doing? Okay, that's cute. That's really cute. Okay. That's very similar, yeah. That's very Oishi. Yeah, it's kind of a cool version of Oishi. I like it.
オーケーっす。行きましょう。
ではでは、良いお年を。失礼。道を開けてもらえますかな。
The detective named Oishi, after jovially making pleasantries, lumbered over to the waiting police car. It quickly set off, disappearing down the city street. It was over so quickly. So quickly I was dumbstruck. I didn't even get to ask the officer what was going on. It was like they came here quickly to disperse the mob before any trouble could start. After making sure the police cars had left, Mion snapped her fingers sharply.
おっしゃ、一丁上がりだね。おととい来やがれっての。
That was the signal. The tension melted away in an instant, and everybody began smiling. A middle-aged man helped me up.
大丈夫かい？前原の坊や。今度からは喧嘩は相手を選んでやりな。
別に喧嘩ってわけじゃ。
怪我とかしてない？頭とかぶつけてるならレントゲンを取っておいた方がいいわよ。
An older lady I didn't know the name of was concerned about my
たま
injury.
たま駅前で人通りの多い時間だったからこれだけ集まれたけど、次からは気をつけるんだよ。
Next time, be more careful. Don't swing that boner around so fucking wildly.
最近の町もんは物騒なんだから。はあ、まったく。
I was even warned by the old lady in the smock. As Shion finished applauding the dispersing group for their efforts, they strode over to me.
いやいや、ケイちゃんもやるじゃない。でも私も相手を選んだ方がいいと思いますけどね。
サンキューな、ミオ。
I don't want to fight. I just have very obvious anger issues.
助かったよ。
だから私、シオン。
Right. Shion, I forgot. My bad. She made a troubled expression as she turned her gaze downward, blushing in embarrassment.
お姉に聞いてますよ。オットセイの鍵。あれ、ケイちゃんのですって？
あ、うん、そうだった。これからお店に行こうとしてたんだった。
それで浮かれてて、あんな変なのに絡まれちゃってたんですか？
Oh no, you being read like a book again, Keiichi. She know this girl's got a boner detector. Now it was my turn. Now it was my turn for my face to go red. I didn't want to admit that she was spot on.
まあ、ついてなかったよ。でも、シオンのおかげで助かった。
お礼はいらないですよ。だから、ケイちゃんも他の人がいじめられてるのを見つけたら、きっと助けてあげてください。
Good advice, chat. You see somebody getting bullied, you fucking help them.
私たち、そういうのをとても大切にするから。
I was well versed in that sense of camaraderie. But the way I was rescued just now, something seemed a little off about that. While I was helped out, it was honestly to an almost disturbing degree.
お店来ますよね。疲れちゃっただろうから一服しません？おごりますよ。
Aww. It seems like she caught the glimmer of suspicion in my eyes. Without waiting for my answer, Shion began walking. Yo, sweet. Are we gonna get treats? Do we get treats now? Is this the part where we get treats? After cooling off a bit inside the restaurant, little by little I realized I was still on edge. There were spots here and there where my body hurt, probably because I had been so stiff with nervousness. That's not all he was stiff with, people! Aha! I mean, his pecker was hard. That's what the joke that I was going for there. Just so everybody's clear. Shion, who had changed into her uniform, brought me over 2 glasses of iced coffee.
はいこれ、おごりのアイスコーヒー。
It's funny because boner!
レジでこのチケット渡せば無料になりますからね。
Oh, this girl's so nice. My patheticness really knew no bounds, but since she went through the trouble, I might as well take her up on the offer. Even though I had started out as such a lovely day, I had to get carried away and do that stupid thing, let my boner knock over motorcycles. I had completely ruined it.
本当にさっきのは助かったよ。シオンが本当に頼もしく見えた。
私だって怖かったですよ。でも他ならぬケイちゃんのピンチだし。
Yeah, that outfit is a lot, isn't it? Yeah, like, why didn't he knock all the delinquents down with his boner? Like, why not? There's the manga gamer version. So I think that's still a respectable version. I think that's actually really like a slightly cuter version. And then wham! There it is. Angel Mort. Super deformed, baby. 2003 sprites. This is what we're dealing with.
勇気出して頑張りましたってことです。
Boobers! While a little embarrassed by what she just said, Shion made a show of folding her arms boldly.
本当にありがとうな。
I was thanking Shion, but I really wanted to thank Mion. Mion, really, thank you.
ほらほら、もう元気出してくださいよ。もしも恩義を感じるなら、今度はケイちゃんが他の誰かのために戦ってくださいね。
The steam strap erases the boobs and replaces them with thighs, which I don't think that's the worst. I don't think that's the worst idea. As somebody who is a fine connoisseur and appreciator of thighs, I'm here for it. Yeah, it's like a true power move.
例えば私がピンチになったら
If she's ever in trouble,
きっと助けに来てくださいよ。
Yo, we're making the promise. Yes, me and Jetstorm have the same. We have the same interests, so to speak. We're making the we're making the Tifa promise with Shion.
あ、もちろんだ。
Boy, he was just like right there. Sure, not a problem.
絶対ですからね。
Taking advantage of my words, she seemed happy about my
ピン
promise.
チになったらケイちゃんが助けに来てくれるのか。早くピンチにならないかな。あ、やっと笑ってくれた。
Wow, she laying it on now. She said as she smiled herself, poking me in the cheek.
元気のないケイちゃんなんて偽物もいいとこです。
Aww.
ほら、笑って笑って。
くすぐったいってば。
Oh my god, this is
や
adorable.
べ。
Stop being adorable, video game. This is too much. This is too adorable. Thanks to Shion's meddling, I finally cheered up a little. All the muscles in my body that had been stiffened because of the incident finally began to relax a little. Except one.
元気出たらお腹とか空いてこないです？私お腹空いちゃいましたからホットケーキとか食べたいんですけど。ケイちゃんも食べます？
I wanted to show a little restraint, but restraint really wasn't my thing. You think, Keiichi? You think? That's why I replied without
う
any.
まいんだろうな。俺、ホットケーキはかなりうるさいぜ。
安心してください。うちのホットケーキはかなり評判いいですから。
Shion ordered some pancakes from the nearby waitress. An employee ordering from another employee seems kind of
おい
weird.
そういえばシオン、今バイト中じゃないのか？俺とずっと話をして油を売ってていいのかよ。
おじさんにね、私が不良に絡まれてるところをケイちゃんが助けてくれたって言ったら、
Well, look at her.
ねぎらってあげろって。
Look at her.
だから店長公認で OK です。
それ事実と正反対だぞ。いいのかな？
全然いいのです。
By the time the pancakes arrived, we had entered into a relaxed conversation. As the two of us ate pancakes, we livened up the mood with some chit-chat. John's like, oh man, we're fucking eating now, dude. It's the best part of the game. About what was on TV, celebrities, that kind of thing. Hobbies, food, really nothing more than idle chit-chat. Talking together like this once again became conscious of Shion being a girl. Hey now, that's funny talk, Keiichi Maibara. Shion and Mion are the same person. If there's anything different between them, it was only whether or not Mion admitted Shion was Mion. But given that, how come our conversation was this different?
ケイちゃんってお姉のことを女だと思ってないでしょ。
We're being... Oh, she's just calling us out directly now. Uh-oh. Keiichi, you need... Keiichi, don't do a dumb here. Don't play this dumb.
そんなことはないよ。男だったら容赦なくどつき倒してる。
Keiichi.
ケイちゃんとお姉が仲がいいのってそういうノンセクシャルな関係にあると思うんです。それってなかなかできない羨ましい関係ですよ。
言ってる意味がよくわかんないが、まあ確かに女にしとくにはもったいないやつだよな。
Wow! I wanna kick this boy's ass.
あ、ケイちゃん、それ男女差別ですよ。
Thank God! Thank God! Hearing the word sexist was cause for introspection. Holy shit! Did we see this? Did we see this just now? Hearing the word sexist was cause for introspection. I'm a little proud of you right now, Keiichi. I'm a little proud of you. What was I prejudiced against Mion and Shion for? Mion was Mion. She was the best friend a guy could have. No reservations, and a head and shoulders above me when it came to club activities. If I had met her 5 years earlier in my life, it would have probably been a lot more fun. Of this, I had no doubt. Then what about Shion? Shion was Mion's little sister, and it hadn't even been 3 days. It hadn't even been 3 days since we met. Her relationship was much more distant than the only thread we had in common, which was that I knew her sister. And for Shion, it was the same. I was somebody she had met 3 days ago, only because I was a friend of her sister's. The difference between Mion and Shion. Friendliness? Familiarity? Playing around with those unclear thoughts for a while, I had stopped listening to Shion.
例えばですよ。聞いてます？
ああ、ごめん。うん、聞いてるよ。
例えばですよ。私とお姉が共にピンチで崖にぶら下がってるとします。ケイちゃんはどっちを助けます？どっちか一人だけですよ。
Man. Okay, everybody. Mion and Shion. Dangling from a cliff. You can only save one. Are you team Mion or are you team Shion? It's a trick question because they're the same person. Boom. She wasn't saying it to tease me, but had a playful tone about her voice.
嫌な問題だな。どっちも助けたいけど、それじゃダメなんだろ？
ダメです。シオンかミオンのどっちかだけです。どっちですか？
The Nasu answer, save both. No, the Nasu answer is which one would it be more fun to mentally abuse? If it were Mion, I don't think she'd be in that situation in the first place. It's as if something she could easily get out of herself. But what about the normal frail Shion? I guess I'd have no choice.
お姉じゃないですよね。
If Mion and Shion were different people, I suppose it would come to that. I couldn't confirm nor deny it. She should have been smiling, but her gaze was locked firmly on mine.
つまり、そういうことなんですよ。お姉はそのつまり、あれ？すみません。なんか自分で言ってて破綻しちゃいました。
Frail, innocent Shion. Shion was trying to talk in a lighthearted manner, but I felt that there was something more behind her words. Was Mion trying to tell me something through Shion? Not being able to put a finger on exactly what it was vexing. Shion, to hide her embarrassment, turned the conversation around.
さっきのあれ、驚きましたか？
そりゃ驚いたよ。レナやサトコが駆けつけてくれるならともかく、あんなに老若男女がいろいろと集まってくるんだからな。あれ全部ひなみ沢の人なんだろ？
ええ、そうです。
Wowee!
Tengu Gemini, thank you for the sub to Jetstorm 4. Much appreciated. Jetstorm 4, hope you enjoy them polymotes. They're fun. Them good stuff. They're wowie! That was my good pal Revan.
ひなみ沢の人はみんな結束してるんですよ。一人の敵は全員の敵。日和見なんか誰もしません。結構頼もしい住民性なんですよ。
誰かがいじめられたらみんなで結束してやっつけるわけか。なんだかマフィアとかヤクザみたいな結束だな。
そんなこと言っちゃダメですよ。とてもありがたいことなんですから。ケイちゃんもそれに助けられたんですよ。感謝の気持ちを忘れないように。
I half-heartedly agreed. I knew full well I should be appreciative.
ひなみ沢の人たちって本当に仲が良くて結束してるんだな。
昔からの伝統かな。ひなみ沢って昔からいろいろと敗損の危機に遭うんですよね。その度に結束して戦って存続を勝ち取ってきたっていう歴史があるんですよ。例えば ケイちゃん、ひなみ沢ダム計画って知ってま
The
す？
Hinamizawa Dam Project? That sounds like a fun thing to talk about. Let's talk about the Hinamizawa, the very fun Hinamizawa Dam Project. Hinamizawa Dam Project, let's see. I feel like I've heard somebody talk about it before.
10年くらい前にね、突然ここにダムができて、ひなみ沢が丸ごと水没するって話になったんですよ。
あ、そんな話親父かなんかに聞いたことがあるような。でもそれって確か中止になったんだろ？
中止にさせたんですよ。みんなで団結して。だからこれは戦って勝ち取った勝利なんです。
That sounded pretty much like the story I heard. The protest intensified to the point where it was featured in newspapers and magazines. As a result, the plan was suspended.
ダムの話そのものは私が生まれる前からあったらしいんです。最初は候補地調査とか砂防のための小さいダムとかそんな程度の話だったんですよ。
But then the cat was let out of the bag. If it were completed, it would have been the biggest dam in Japan. Not just Hinamizawa, but several villages upstream would have been submerged as well. The protests immediately began. Petitions to cancel or relocate the project were drafted and submitted to the Diet. They even went so far as to get the Ministry of Consultation in Tokyo to hand over a direct appeal to the minister. The previous landowners sued the government, stating there were inconsistencies with the purchase agreement and the transaction should be nullified. Owners of yet unacquired land split their properties, increasing the number of landowners in order to stifle the project.
土地の買収なんていうお金の問題のうちは可愛かったんです。そのうち土地の強制収用をちらつかせるようになりましてね。その頃からです。 機動隊とかの暴力行為が目立ち始めて。
Yeah, there are respect women worms in Fate. I know that much.
機動隊って警察だろ？暴力行為なんてするのかよ。
殴りますよ。蹴りますよ。私も殴られたことありますし、この辺だったかな。皮が切れちゃったみたいで血がすごい出ました。
Saying that, Shion indicated her temple by poking at it.
警察とかには？
Filing a complaint against the riot police for police brutality would seem kind of strange for some reason. Filing a complaint against the riot police for police brutality would seem kind of strange for some reason. Filing a complaint against the riot police for police brutality would seem kind of strange for some reason. I don't know if anybody's getting what I'm going for here. Naturally, they wouldn't pay heed to something like that. Naturally, they wouldn't pay heed to something like that. Naturally, they wouldn't pay heed to something like that. You wouldn't be able to establish proof on who exactly hit you, and they could justify their actions by saying you were interfering with police duties. You wouldn't be able to establish proof on who exactly hit you, and they could justify their actions by saying you were interfering with police duties.
うちのバッチャ、劣化のごとく
Yeah, this aged like milk.
それからがすごかった。もう全面戦争ですよ。こっちも座り込みで訴えるなんて生っちょろいことなんかしません。ガンガン攻めました。
First, in order to call attention to the government, they filed a temporary injunction in court. Then, in order to gain public support, they called in prominent scientists to state that Hinamizawa was a valuable nature preserve. They pressured the prefectural and municipal assemblies, saying the prefectural governor ignored his constituents when he approved the project and demanded his resignation. They completely and thoroughly denounced him. Naturally, in Hinamizawa, a ferocious conflict worthy of being called the Dam War began. In order to suppress the police's brutality, they coordinated with a network of channels and exposed the violence of the riot squad members to the public. On top of that, they put together a special expose themed around the government repressing its citizens and aired it nationally. This worked wonders. Following that, the SWAT teams had their hands cuffed. Day after day, the petitions and demonstrations continued. Propaganda was used to help garner support. The circle of support gradually expanded outwards from Hinamizawa. Either that bore fruit or the government finally decided against it. It was announced that the dam project was indefinitely suspended just a few years ago.
私たちにできることなら何でもしました。村全部が一丸になって戦ったんです。あの時は必死だったけど、終わった今となってはいい思い出かな。村人たちの連帯感や団結心は今でも消えていないんです。
Shion said that as she focused off into the distance. I felt that those eyes weren't filled with anguish, but rather a sense of pride.
そういう連帯感っていいよな。なかなかないことだよ。世代を超えて地域で団結できるなんて。
私もそう思います。ダム計画は試練だったけど、それを乗り越えて得たものはとても大きいと思いますよ。
The fear I was feeling until just now gradually began to fade. When people began to show up one after another while I was engaged with those thugs, I thought it was frightening. But now I felt from the bottom of my heart that I had been rude. The villagers prepared to defend their homeland to the death, the sense of solidarity that fostered. It might seem impudent to say this, I was a little jealous. If I had been in Hinamizawa when the protests against the dam was going on, I might have been able to share in that sense of solidarity.
反対運動の時、ひなみ沢にいなかったから村人たちの連帯感を実感できないかもしれないけど、みんなにはあるの。しっかりと。それはたとえ引っ越してきたばかりのケイちゃんに対してもね。
She couldn't have been more right. So many people got together to help me out when I just moved here, even though they were strangers whose names I didn't even know. A hot feeling began to welling up inside of me. When I lived in the city, I didn't even know my own neighbors. I thought that was natural, but here, that was an absurd and pathetic thing. Even though I thought of them as strangers, all the other villagers viewed me as a comrade, happiness and warmth. I was acutely aware of these feelings as they gradually welled up inside me.
園崎さん、店長がホール入ってほしいそうです。
Work that floor, girl! A more senior waitress waved her hand and called to Shion. It seemed like it was time for her work.
はい、今入ります。すみません、もう仕事しないとまずいみたいです。
いいよいいよ。付き合ってくれてありがとな。楽しかったよ。
あ、帰っちゃいます？
まあな。飯の時間には戻らないとお袋がうるさいし。
Just wait until they sacrifice you, Gage. It seemed Shion wanted to say something, but she swallowed her words. Like we hadn't talked enough, that kind of feeling. Looking at her expression, I regretted saying something that had disappointed Mion like that. I was about to say that I could stay for a little while longer when Shion got up from her
はい、
seat.
これ。このチケットで払えばホットケーキ代も大丈夫ですから。
Saying that, she showed me a coupon booklet as she tore out a few sheets and handed them to me.
便利でしょ？お給料の他にもらえるボーナスチケットなんですよ。
いいよ。ホットケーキ代くらい払えるよ。
おやおや、遠慮するなんてケイちゃんらしくないですよ。私がお姉だったら喜んでおごられるくせに。
Oh, damn. She got you there, dude. She got you. She said as she laughed, gently stopping me from opening my wallet. Being told so with such encouraging smile really resounded
園
with
崎
me.
さん、すみません。レジ入ってください。
I think they call European pancakes crepes in Japan. I think I have seen that a lot. And like actual pancakes, like pancakes are just pancakes, and then they call the other ones crepes.
はい、今すぐ。
Later, today was fun. Saying that, Shion smiled one more time
あ、
at
ミ
me.
オン。今日は本当にありがとうな。この恩は忘れないよ。
そう思うならきっと返してください。楽しみにしてますから。
After I said that, I realized I had mistakenly called her Mion. I didn't know if she realized it or not. Lazing around and watching television after dinner was part of my daily routine. It might seem like a waste at first glance, but you could say it was a more important time that I was able to accrue knowledge of everything from politics to economics to various trivia. After dinner was valuable time well spent while the brain was at its most supplied with
バカ
nutrients.
バカ東京タワーの方が高いに決まってるだろう。
Today, I tested my knowledge of trivia by watching my weekly quiz show. Sitting in front of the television, I was able to get a lot of the answers right. But if I were to actually up on stage, I'd probably fail miserably.
ケイイチ園崎さんから電話よ。
Yo, we got a call!
ないよ。園崎
Yo, Sonozaki. Yo, Mion got our number, dog. Yo.
ミオンか。
It was a little late for her to be calling. I had a bad feeling about this. I had a hunch it was something to do with club activities. She was probably going to inform me about what we were doing tomorrow. This was Mion we were talking about. She might even go as far as to say we're doing club activities right now, so hurry up and come over. By the way, it was 8 p.m.
もしもし。
Yo, Ding, welcome. How's it going? We're reading a story. It would be impossibly difficult for me to catch up right now. But this is Higurashi When They Cry. It is a very long visual novel series that I've been a fan of for years, and I've not revisited this story in a long time. So I decided to stream it while I revisited it for the first time in years, and this has been really fun so far. So apologies if you're stumbling in and completely lost. Yeah, I've been good. I had a hernia repair last week, so I'm kind of on the mend from that right now. So just kind of taking it easy. Hope things are going well for you.
今から部活の野戦ってのは却下だぞ。
Yeah, like visual novels have kind of always been like a really good jam for me, and for some weird reason, they like work really well for my stream. People seem to really like it, so I think I kind of found a niche for it, I guess.
じゃなくて、
It was Mion, but it was a very un-Mion-like way of talking. Huh, could it be?
ごめん。ひょっとしてミオンじゃなくてシオンか？
そうです。どうもこんばんは。夜分遅くにすみません。
For Mion, this would have been an ill-fittingly polite way of talking, but since it was Shion, it was natural, even though they were both the same person. With a dry smile, I enjoyed the
い
mysterious
や
feeling.
別にいいよ。それより何の用だい？
ケイちゃんはケーキとかデザートとか甘いものは好きですか？
There was no way I hated them. I'm an unabashed glutton.
ならよかったです。実はですね、夏の新デザートコンテストってのがありまして。
Looks like they have a new dessert menu every season, so they were hiring taste testers for potential
エンジェルモートの
desserts.
デザートはかなり評判いいんですよ。
I remember Arcus. You probably know who Arcus is, the Ninja Gaiden speedrun record holder. I remember him telling a story about him having a scorpion fall out of his ceiling into the bathtub. That sounds like that would have been a fun experience, but the fact that he lives in Arizona, it's just something you get used to. So he was just like, you get the catcher, you pick it up, you throw it outside, whatever.
モニターの募集もかなり倍率高いんです。それで担当直入な話。じゃーん。
You said it again. She said it with a star. That means it's important.
じゃーんと言われても見えないからわからないけど、ひょっとして。
そうです。そのモニターチケットがここにあるってわけです。もしも甘いものが嫌いじゃないなら。
いかがですかって。つまりなんだよ。そのチケットで俺が新デザートを食い放題と、そういうわけなのか？
They say to beware of honey pots, but this is sweeter than any pot of honey. This is literally a pot of honey. All you can eat free dessert.
OK ならモニター当選者の末番に名前を書いておきますね。明日お店に来たら係の者に名前を言ってください。
Yo, we getting a date with Shion? Is this the date, John, that you skipped out on? This is the date. I think that this is the date John skipped out on. Yo, we got a date with Shion.
それ
Fantastic!
で万事 OK ですから。
万事 OK って。それで食べ放題なのか？無料なのか？
ええ、無料です。結構ありますから、お腹を空かせてくることをお勧めします。
Oh no, not covered in scorpions! This was such a delectable opportunity. It was almost scary. This was really Shion, right? It wasn't Mion posing as Shion in order to bait me into a trap, was it? What am I saying? They're the same person.
ケイちゃんの考えてることは分かってますよ。こんな美味しい話があるわけないって思ってるんでしょ？
ギグ。いや、そんなことは全然。
Snort! Snort! Shion snorting!
お姉から聞いてますけど、つくづく嘘のつけない人なんですね。私、そういうの嫌いじゃないです。
Shion laughed with a voice that sounded a lot like how Mion would
下
laugh.
心ってわけじゃないんですけど、実は私、明日はちょっとバイトしたらすぐに終わりなんです。もしもご迷惑じゃなかったら、その後ちょっとご一緒してもらってもいいかな。
Tomorrow's gonna be off the chain, dog.
明日のバイトはすぐ終わっちゃうんだ。
はい。だから、ケイちゃんがデザート食べながらのんびりしてるうちに終わっちゃうんです。
まあ、俺も特に用事はないし、多少付き合うくらいなら構わないよ。
別にどこかに行くわけでもないです。夕涼みしながらお散歩でもできたらなって思ってるだけですから。
Yo, this is a straight up date. The boy's being asked out on a date and he doesn't even realize it. That's funny. Good old dense K1. Out of QT, I might as well take her up on the... Out of courtesy, I might as well take her up on the
ケイちゃ
offer.
んと私ってなんだか毎日会ってますよね。
言われてみればそうだな。
でも OK してもらえたおかげでまた明日も会える口実を作ることができました。
Huh? What was Mion saying?
ケイちゃん、なんだか声が裏返ってます。どうしたんでしょうね。
Oh, she's good. She's good. Man, she's good. It wasn't a video phone, but she could tell I was beat
じ
red.
ゃあ明日きっと来てくださいね。それじゃあこれで失礼します。おやすみなさい。
あ、おやすみ。
Shion finished with what she called to say, ended the conversation without any chit-chat. When I returned to the living room after hanging up the phone, the TV was already off and my mom was sleeping in the rocking chair. Not feeling like turning the TV back on, I went back upstairs and returned to my room.
俺、シオンに世話になってばかりだよな。
She brought me a bento, she saved me when I got involved with those thugs. She was supposed to be a different person so I could thank Mion at school. Come to think of it, she'd probably just say she'll pass it on to her sister. I have to thank Shion directly. Tomorrow, I'll be able to repay her somehow. Yeah, boys are literally so dumb and not used to being pursued. Just ask one out and his brain will completely short circuit in your favor. We got a tip. Details of the Delinquent 3. What do we got? Let's check out new tips. What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? In just one moment. Alright. Details of the Delinquent 3.
Kuma-chan, 腕を離してあげていいですよ。さあさあさあ、どうぞおかげになって。
The more we get to hear Oishi talk, the better, because this guy is just so good at scumbag cop, like I said. The three people rubbed their arms painfully. Kumatani-kun and the others must have been squeezing them pretty tightly.
お兄さんたち誤解しないでくださいよ。別に逮捕したわけじゃないんだから。クマちゃん、冷蔵庫から冷たいの出してあげてください。お兄さんたちは泡の出る麦茶と出ない麦茶どっちがいいです？ん？
They plunked down onto the reception sofa, and despite not yelling anymore, they still had dangerous expressions. What would I would give to be
飲
young
まない
again?
なら私勝手に飲んじゃいますよ。失礼してピシッと。勤務中に飲むビールが一番美味しいですね。
We got a cop getting drunk on the job. It's just like, yeah, I see it. As he downed the beer with glee, the three people exchanged glances, then finally reached out for their cans. They hadn't stopped being cautious. It was more like they didn't see a reason to refuse. There was definitely gulping sounds there. They each opened their cans and began to drink the contents.
お兄さんたちはどっから来たんです？ここいらの人じゃないでしょう。
They looked at each other again, suspicious of whether they should tell
お兄
him.
さんたち大学生？お友達同士？バイクか何かで旅行中だったんでしょうかね。羨ましいな。
Down the beer with glue. That's one way of handling. I mean, I would probably down beer with glue because I would probably down glue before beer because I can't stand beer.
家は近くってわけじゃないんでしょ？どっから来たの？大阪ですかな？
んなのどこでもいいだろ。
まあそう凄まないで。あのままいたらお兄さん方だってやばかったでしょ？
They seemed to recall the thrilling event from earlier. While they could understand getting surrounded by students or a gang or something along those lines, they would never have been surrounded by locals both young and old, both men and women before. It was easy to imagine how scared they must have been.
ここいらの人間ならどんな間違いがあってもひなみ沢の人間には手出ししないですよ。あそこの連中は特殊なんです。子供の喧嘩に親は出てくるななんてもんじゃない。一人をいじめたらそれこそ村中が総出でやってきますよ。いやほんと脅しでも何でもなく。
They couldn't argue against that. They themselves had been surrounded. They'd seen it with their own eyes. There was no doubt
こ
about
こ
it.
いらじゃねえ。ひなみ沢の人間に睨まれたらあっさり鬼隠しにあって消えちまうんです。もう跡形もなく忽然と。
There's that word, onikakushi.
お兄さん方行方不明になったら誰か捜索願いを出してくれるご家族はいます？いないならまずいな。蒸発扱いですよ。
Even then, we got there soon enough that nothing happened. If we'd been late, things could have taken a turn for the worse. If they had been forced into an alleyway, these young men would be sitting on a couch right now. They would be lying on an autopsy table. Well, probably not. Anyway, perhaps they'd be a little more cooperative if we'd found them as corpses. That's one way of looking at it.
沖宮へは何で来たの？電車？バイク？
バイク。
そりゃまずいな。さっきのとこにまだ止めっぱなしなんでしょ？あんたらのこのことバイクを取りに戻ったら今度こそ袋叩きに遭いますよ。
なんだよそれ。上等じゃねえか。
Calm down, calm down. Why are young people these days so quick with the shouting?
あんたらももう面倒事はごめんでしょう。バイクのナンバー教えてください。ここまで持ってきてあげますから。クマちゃん、交通課対策にゲート車を借りてきてください。
別にいいよ。自分たちで取りに行くからいいって。
あんたら本気で囲まれたいんですか。今度は警察間に合わないかもしれませんよ。
大丈夫だっつったんだろ。
It's gonna knock you all down. Be prepared.
おい、お兄さん方。あんたら今、泡の出る麦茶飲んだろ。
Oh no.
エンジンかけてみろ。その場で飲酒取る。
You scumbag! You scumbag!
汚ねえ。警察が税金使って兄さん方のバイクを運びして死んぜよって言ってんだよ。ごちゃごちゃ言わねえで、ナンバー言えってんだこのクソバカ野郎。
God damn! The three were hesitant to tell him the numbers. They were mumbling something along the lines of not remembering them since they had just bought the bikes. Well, that's what I thought.
クマちゃん、ゲート車に同行してバイク持ってきてあげて。ごつい赤いやつとテールランプの右側が割れたやつ。あとシートにガムテ貼ってあった白いやつ。それだろ、兄さんたちのバイク。
They didn't answer. Those must be the right one.
ゲート車来ましたんで行ってきます。
はいはい、よろしくお願いします。
He is the epitome of cop.
なんすか？
ナンバー紹介しといてください。間違ったバイクを持ってきちゃうと悪いから。
The three people's faces changed color. They made themselves very easy to understand.
バイク戻ってくるまでのんびりしてましょうよ。ビールもっとありますよ。乾き物だってありますし。テレビ見ます？ろくなのやってませんけどね。
いいよ、俺たちもう行くから。こんなとこにいつまでもいたくねえよ。
Suddenly there were 5 or 6 huge officers surrounding them. They clearly overpowering stares nailed them to the sofa.
なんだよ。俺たちが何かしたかよ。
Going on a trip by stealing motorcycles, huh? Students these days have too much time on their hands. Damn. Fucking cop. What a cop. What a cop. Seeing as that is the end of the chapter, and that is our only tip for the day, we're going to drop it right there. And we're going to be back again tomorrow night, which is very exciting. Because we got a date with Shion. Holy shit. It's going to be the best. It's going to be fantastic. We will be starting again at about the same time. It'll be about 8 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. So, of course, watch the old Twitter. And we'll catch you next time. I'm going to toss you all over to LRock617. He's doing a stream, and I think he's streaming up until his birthday, which is actually tomorrow, which, I mean, 6/17. I think he's streaming until midnight. So be sure to go over there and say hi. All that fun stuff. We're going to go over there. We're going to send you all over there, and I will catch you all tomorrow. Wait a minute. Hold on. We can't do it yet. We can't go yet. Hold on. We have yet another fine piece of art from my good pal Sayara. This is the stream of games that keep on giving, the streams for a game that keep on giving. So we will share There you go. There's Satoko. Bet you didn't know Satoko was Dr. Eggman. I didn't know that. Again, from our good pal Sayara, the stream that keeps on giving. We will close on this note. Have a nice rest of your evening, everybody. Catch you tomorrow. Daytime!